Now for the Anzac story. More than 100,000 Australians died fighting for their country in battles overseas. The supreme sacrifice, which is honoured in services across Australia, at Gallipoli in Turkey and at the Western Front battlefields in France on April 25 every year. Anzac Day.
Now when I was a young man, I carried me pack, and I lived the free life of the rover. From the Murray's green basin to the dusty outback, well, I waltzed my Matilda all over. Then in 1915, my country said, son, it's time you stop rambling, there's work to be done. So they gave me a tin hat and they gave me a gun, and they marched me away to the war.
We always remember, we'll never forget.
Because it's something so deeply ingrained in the Australian spirit. We don't have much history, but we cling to what we do.
They gave the word mateship a real meaning.
And the band played Waltzing Matilda as the ship pulled away from the quay. And amidst all the cheers, the flag waving and tears, we sailed off for Gallipoli.
It was the birth of the Australian spirit, I believe.
It was the coming of men. Men stood up, representing their country.
The tradition, nobody thought it would last, but here it is, nearly 90 years later, still going, and just as strong.
The Gallipoli campaign of 1915 is honoured every year in Turkey. 8,709 Australians died in battle here. These days, Australians of all ages travel here in increasing numbers to remember those original Anzacs.
I tell you what, I'm 18, there was kids younger than me here, fighting their guts out, digging holes. I've got no idea what it's like.
Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them.
In France, at the scene of the World War I Western Front campaign, another memorial service is being held every Anzac Day. 46,000 Australians died on the Western Front, with a dawn service staged at the town of Villers-Bretonneux, which was recaptured by the Allied forces. A 250,000 Australians fought in the Western Front campaign.
On the night of the 24th, the Australians moved into Villers-Bretonneux from 2 points, the north and the south. Long ago, you promised that the memory of the Australians who fought and died here would be kept alive.
Lest we forget.
In all, more than 100,000 Australians have died fighting for their country, with memorial services staged every Anzac Day across Australia.
And the band played Waltzing Matilda as the ship pulled away from the quay. And amidst all the cheers, the flag waving and tears, we sailed off for Gallipoli.
when next we travel Oz, living off the land outback style. The Indigenous artists and musicians of Central Australia. Horseback across the Kosciuszko snowfields. And a Celtic celebration at Glen Innes. And that is Travel Oz. I'm Greg Grainger. Happy travels.